Hello. As you know, I've been trying to get custody of my son and daughter. Like, the daughter that I do get to see right now, everything is cool with that baby mother and I. But as for my two other children, I keep trying to see my other children, and Barbara won't let me. And today I got Sydney trying to be all like, oh, I got this fucking thing against you, blah, blah, blah. And like, ultimately, what she's trying to use against me is the fact that the cops are in a relationship now, basically. Like she went to the cops first. And then when they came to my door, I told them the truth, that she assaulted me on November 12th at 4 p.m. at my work in front of like 4 different witnesses. And like, basically, like, she didn't end up getting charged for that because the cops don't care when a woman assaults a man. That's just kind of how it goes to a certain degree. But she's trying to turn it around on me right now when she was the one who went to the cops first. So, you know what I mean? To heck with her, whatever. Like, if she wants to be a family sometime, I'm sure we will. But it's at the same time, it's like, it's up to her. It's up to her. But what I want to talk to you about today right now is Kyle Kenneth Fleming. And that's one of Barb's bouncing boyfriends. And I say bouncing because they break up and then they go back out again. They break up and then they go back out again. That's sort of how their pattern goes. That's their routine. Like right now they're back together, and in a couple months they'll break up again, and then they'll get back together, and then they'll break up again, because that's what Barb does. She keeps giving up on everybody. I'm sure they'll get married one day. Good for her. Whatever. They'll probably have children. Good for them. Whatever. I don't care. But what I do care about is I want to see my son. And that's what I have to do. I have to jump through these hoops and hurdles, and this is an obstacle that I have in my way to a certain degree. Is like, Kyle's coming against me today to be like, oh, you'll never see your son, basically. And the truth is, he doesn't know that. He doesn't have that education as a lawyer, and he's not a fucking doctor to diagnose me. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm gonna share a conversation that I had with you, or with him today. If you're listening to this, Kyle, then yeah, a conversation I had with you today. But ultimately, to everybody else listening to this, like, this is a peek into my personal life and the shit that I gotta deal with. So here's the conversation between Kyle, Kenneth, and I. Get some help, Kay, Kyle Kenneth says. Then I say, hey broski, thanks for being a fan, my bud. Also, if you are the primary role model for my son, thank you, and please do a great job. Respect and take care. Well, either way, thank you for being there for my son. And then he laughs at me. You really aren't in the loop. Get some help so that one day you might be able to be there for your son. And while he typed that, I was in the middle of typing. And when I get joint custody, no hard feelings. I'm grateful you're there to make sure Barb and Dre are okay. And then basically he goes on to try to insult me again, and then I say, blah, blah, blah. Thanks, Dr. Fleming. And just be a good stepdad. You know what I mean? To my son, be a good stepdad. Thank you. And you'll always have my blessing. You know Barbara's side, so I don't give a fuck. As long as you are good to my boy, I just don't give a fuck. Cheers, brother. And then he says to me, laugh out loud, ha ha ha. You won't get joint. I know the courts inside and out. You will never jump through the hoops needed to get joint custody. Thanks for the fucking leap of faith, Kyle. But here's what I say back to him. And you got messy baby mamas of your own. So stay strong, brother. Respect and good night. And then my responding to him, again, thanks for your legal opinion, Juris Doctor. And then I laugh at him. I don't care, dude. And then he's like, I'm friends with my baby moms. I'm like, what do I care? But anyways, I tell him, go work on construction. It's a noble profession, and let the courts decide what they will. And you say whatever you need to say. Because like he's gonna say whatever he needs to say to feel good about himself. And then I tell him, and good for you. I tried to be friends with Barb, and I'm sure you got an opinion of it since we both fucked her. Laugh out loud. I don't give a fuck about your opinion about my future custody hearings or my mental state. And then he laughs at me. Oh wow, you're so uneducated. And then I say, well, one can argue you trying to diagnose me is unsound. So good day to you, my brother. And thanks again. I graduated just like you. Insult me all you want. Did I insult you this conversation? Nope. Whatever makes you feel happy, respect to you for looking out for our boy. And yes, I say our boy because if he's going to remain the step parent to my son, I'm going to eventually give him my son to tell him, like, you have my blessing to treat him like a real father one day. Like, that's what I'm going to do for him one day. But he's still trying to be a fucking asshole to me. And then I tell him, like, you have nothing inspiring to say, so whatever, go away. And then Juris Doctor is Latin, by the way. Then he says, get some help or go to court where they will force you to, and to take the appropriate parenting courses you need, bud. Like, basically trying to be a little bit passive aggressive there, as I can sense. I say good night, and whatever you gotta say what you gotta say. It's gonna be insults anyway for the most part, but again, you do whatever you got to do to feel, because you feel insecure. Like, because he feels insecure, he keeps telling me that I'm not going to see my children. Because he feels insecure, he keeps telling me that I need to go through parenting courses, but the truth is I get my daughter Lavina today. Like, I'm going to raise my daughter, and like, I didn't need to take any parenting courses for that. So like, but like, I'm going to raise my daughter right, and I'm going to raise my son right. But back to our conversation. I tell him, cheers, bub. I understand why. Like, I understand why he has to feel like he's insecure and why he has to kind of passive aggressively insult me. But anyways, I say good night and thank you again for looking out after our boy. He's like, no insulting you. You need help for the sake of your children. Enjoy the clap. And what he says right there is like, no insulting you. I need help for the sake of my children. And like, the thing is, like, I'm looking after both of my daughters, like, as much as I can. Like, as much as Sydney allows me to see my daughter Cameron, I will be there all the time. But as for my other daughter, Lovey, like, I get my daughter Lovey from Wednesday until Sunday. And like, I'm going to watch her 24/7 from Wednesday until Sunday because I'm a good father. Now, that's what good fathers do. They watch their children when their moms allow them to. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So I don't know what his problem is to a certain degree, but he says enjoy the clap because, everybody knows that Sydney Chief or Sydney Walker, whatever the fuck her name is, that she gave me the clap and that I'm on amoxicillin to get rid of it. But anyways, here's what I tell Kyle, trying to kind of like end the conversation with him, because all he's going to do is keep hurling these passive aggressive insults. And it's like, I say, I'll buy you a drink when COVID dies down, and again, thank you, teach my son well, and healthy, happy to you and your babies. And then in response to him telling me, enjoy the clap, I said, I got amoxicillin and it'll be gone and is already gone, or is already gone, my friend. And then here's where he blocks me because I have him beat. I have him against the ropes in terms of this mental fucking game that he's playing with me. Like, he already knows that he can't hurt me. Whatever he says about like the parenting courses and stuff like that, whatever he says to me, it's not going to affect my drive to see my son. So when I say good luck, Kyle Fleming, I'm already blocked because I tell him, you keep trying to insult me passive aggressively. And that's exactly what he did on his last statement with that enjoy the clap. So I just wanted to share that today because, like, the fact that he blocked me is like proof that I'm winning. And it's proof that Barb doesn't want me to see my son, to the point where she's telling other people that she doesn't want me to see my son and all of that. So like, I don't care if they force me to take the appropriate parenting courses like the lawyer Kyle Kenneth Fleming says. Like, I'll take the parenting courses. I'll take any courses that they need me to. And as for like me getting help, like, what do I need help for, Kyle? You don't know my mental state. You don't know me personally. All you know is the side that Barabara Marsh told you. And Barabara Marsh is disgruntled against me for being her baby daddy. Straight up. Like, if I wasn't her baby daddy, would Barbara be talking about me? No. Would I be talking about Barbara right now? Fuck no. I mean, like, Kyle is clearly fucking jealous of me. And like, that's okay though. Kyle, you're allowed to be jealous. I just want to let you know, you're not going to discourage me from seeing my son. You're not going to get in the way of me seeing my son. And as for you knowing the courts inside and out, Like, as long as I pay a lawyer to help me get joint custody, eventually they'll help me segregate myself back into my son's life like I need, like I want, like he needs, and like his emotional stability will need eventually down the line. He needs to know that I, his father, love him and care for him. So Kyle Kenneth Fleming, since you fucking blocked me, as that little exclamation mark says right there, from talking to you because I fucking outwitted you and outsmarted you, I say this. If you are the stepfather to my son, thank you. Thank you. If you're the stepfather to my son, look after our boy. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna get that joint custody like I need to see my boy. Don't fucking worry about me, dude. I'll be just fine. I know what I'm doing with my life. It sounds like you know what you're doing with your life. I hear you're good at construction. Thank you for that. Teach my son how to do that. Teach my son whatever you know, because I was supposed to be there and Barbara promised me the family that like you have now, and don't fuck it up. Because as soon as you fuck up, Barbara will hang on to a grudge forever almost. You know, that's who she is as a person. So, like, to you, if you're my fucking son's stepfather, Kyle Kenneth Fleming, I have nothing against you. Thank you for looking after our boy. And yes, he's our boy. And in fact, I hope you root for me in terms of getting joint custody so that I can see him on the weekends. I'm not the bad guy here. I tried to be friends with Barbara. You saw that publicly. Everybody else saw that publicly. All I did was ask for my son. And I'm going to keep asking for my son. And at the same time, I'm going to use the court system in Canada to see my boy. Thank you very much for your opinion, Kyle Kenneth Fleming. And as I say to you, in that message that you didn't receive because you blocked me like a little pussy, good luck, Kyle Fleming. You keep trying to insult me passive aggressively, but good luck, Kyle Fleming. That's our son, that's our boy if you're his stepfather. And you gotta raise him fucking right. You got that? And I will buy you a drink when this COVID shit dies down, and we can have a real conversation, a real heart-to-heart, if you're brave enough, if you're man enough, if you wanna do that. But like, I'm not your enemy, dude. I'm not here to hurt you. And you shouldn't be here to hurt me either. And you should be rooting for me to be back into Drayton's life, especially since you got a breakup with your baby mother of your own. If you're friends with her, great, good for you, buddy. But know this, you're not gonna keep me from my son, and my baby mother is sure as hell not gonna keep me from my son much longer, because the courts are eventually going to help me see my son. I'm going to segregate myself back into my son's life, and that's my path. I'm a baby daddy superstar. Barabara Marsh made me a baby daddy superstar on 2015 in September. So thank you, Barabara Marsh, for making me a daddy. And thank you to Roxy, and thank you to Sydney for making me a baby daddy to 3 beautiful children. I'm so fucking lucky. Like, for real, I'm so lucky. Like, and you're good moms too. Like, Sydney, when you're not doing meth, you're a good mom. And Barbara, when you're not withholding Drayton from me, you're a good mom. And Roxanne, you're a good mom. I love you. Thank you. And when I say I love you, I mean that in a professional way. I mean that like we are supposed to be raising our children together. And when you come around, each of my baby mothers, except Roxanne has already came around and we're friends now. But like when you, Sydney, and when you, Barbara, come around, when you want to co-parent together, yes, anytime. If you want our family back together, Sydney, yes, anytime. Same with you, Barbara, but at the same time, I know that at least Barbara doesn't want to have our family back together. Sydney kind of sends me mixed signals because she sent me 350 text messages yesterday. So, to Kyle Kenneth, good luck raising our son. And eventually I'll be back in his life and we can raise him together. We can even be buds, okay? Like, we can be friends if you want. But like, if you want to get like violent or whatever, go ahead, do it. I'll hit you back. But like, no, you'll probably throw the first punch because I'm not interested in hurting you. I'm interested in raising our son. If that's your stepchild, that's our son now. You got that? You fucking raise him right. Thank you for listening. And to everybody out there, baby daddies all over the world, Don't be intimidated by whomever your baby mama dates. They're always going to date people that you either agree with or don't agree with. It's going to be one way or the other. If you agree with whomever they are as a person, like I agree with Kyle to a certain degree, like, he's a construction worker and I have nothing against him. I'm probably just nothing but a pothead who works on construction. Cool, good for him. Nothing against that. It's a noble profession. But it's like, if it's somebody like Sydney dating a meth head like that Remy Leclerc, then, like, then step up to the plate, baby daddies, and tell your baby mother to fucking stop doing meth and stop hanging around with fucking retards. So, anyways, I know that was harsh, right? Just a little bit, but, like, that's my advice to baby daddies everywhere. Don't let your baby mothers, like, their boyfriends and their ex-boyfriends and whatever he is right now, he keeps going in and out of my son's life the way Barbara said that she doesn't want me going in and out of Dre's life. So, whatever, Barb, like, fucking keep your irony up. Do whatever you gotta. But I would just like to say, like, respect to you, Kyle, if that's our son now. If that's your stepson, Kyle, look after him. Drayton, he's a great boy. I would be there for him today. If Barbara would let me see him today, I would see him today. But you and I both know that Barbara is fucking pissed off at the world. And I'm here trying to fucking rebuild relationships with all of my children and all of my baby mothers. I'm not a saint either. I keep telling everybody I'm the fucking anti-hero. Like, I'm trying to do the good thing and what's right, but at the same time, I'm a bit of a badass, right? So, like, respect to all of my baby mothers, respect to whomever they go out with, unless it's a fucking drug dealer or a meth head or a fucking junkie, Like, unless you're dating a piece of garbage, Sydney, unless you're dating a piece of garbage, Roxanne, unless you're dating a piece of garbage, Barbara, unless you're dating a fucking piece of shit. If you're not dating a piece of shit, if you're dating a good person, then good luck to you, okay? Like, you have my blessing and my children are going to have my blessing in terms of them, like, looking up to whomever you choose as a role model. So thank you for listening. This is the truth. This is all I needed to do, is just share the fucking truth. I have obstacles against me and I'm going to overcome them. And as for these parenting courses that the lawyer, Kyle Kenneth, says that I have to take, yeah, I'm going to take them. I'm going to succeed, and I'm going to eventually segregate myself back into my son's life, just like Barbara doesn't want me to. Respect to baby daddies everywhere. If you got a baby mother who's trying to keep you from being in your child's life, keep trying to be in your child's life, because your child needs you. They need that emotional support. They need you to tell them that they matter, and they need them to tell, they need you to tell them that you love them. I love you, Drayton. I love you, Cameron. I love you, Lavina, and we're going to hang out this week, all week, Lavina. I love you. Daddy loves you, and Daddy has your back. These stepdads that get in the way might be in the way just a bit, but I'm going to overcome them as well. So respect, peace, love to everybody involved in my child's life, my children's life. Thank you, Kyle Kenneth, for being my son's stepfather. Be a good one. Goodbye.